Yo, Blue Devil Nation, what is up? Happy Saturday. Welcome into everybody. I am in the wrong shirt. I don't have my Duke shirt on. I'll be right back. This is Superstition 101. Must have correct shirt on for Duke game. Camera off. All right, now we're good. Camera back on. Perfect. All right, this game is going to be late to start, obviously. Uh, because this Tennessee Arkansas game just hit the under 4 timeout. So, Hannah Fleming, welcome into chat. While we wait, it's Revenge Day here at Duke. Revenge Day because Florida State beat us narrowly last time we faced them. Of course, at that time we were down in Tallahassee, which is a terribly difficult place to play. Nonetheless, a very tight game down there in Florida, at Florida State, an overtime game actually that we almost stole, although we probably should have won it just in overtime. Since then, Florida State won the next 2 games and then lost 6 straight. They're going to have to deal. They have to deal with plenty of injuries. But before we get to the game, since we have a little bit of time, let's rewind to Tuesday's game against Wake Forest and let's talk about certain things that happened at the end of the game that are just awful. And let's talk about why that is. Okay, exhibit number 1. Chris Hand, welcome into chat. We got the Let's Go Duke chant starting into chat. I love it. This is fantastic. And yes, we absolutely need to win this one. By the way, Wake Forest, after us beating them on Tuesday, did us a solid, went out and beat Notre Dame today. They did us a huge favor. So we're now a full game up on Notre Dame, so we need to keep going. Okay, Exhibit A of terrible refereeing in the ACC, because I can't just when you thought the ACC referees were awful, it gets worse. End of game situation. Number 1, we should not have been in this situation here. It's a 2-point game with 45 seconds to go. We are winning by 19. In any case, okay, here, Wake Forest decides to bring this double team on Wendell Moore out of seemingly nowhere. Because they haven't been double teaming like the whole day. But Banchero goes up, and then they just decide to double team here. All right, Wendell Moore is calling for a timeout, and the referee is staring at him, and he doesn't give it to him. Like, are you what? Look at him. Look at him. Look at this. Read lips. He is literally calling timeout twice. All right, so I had to go to the rule book. I had to go to the rule book for this. Because I was like, there was a rule change, by the way, that prevented coaches from calling timeouts from the bench. So, but the rule is as such. Okay, during the 2015-2016 season, the NCAA stopped allowing coaches from calling live ball timeouts, and now the NCAA sort of made a modification to that rule back in the day. So, a coach will now be allowed to call a timeout during live play. However, it can only be when the team has clear possession of the ball. Yes, okay. And there are 2 minutes or less left in the second half or overtime. Okay, there are 45 seconds left. So, Jon Scheyer could have actually called this timeout from the bench. And he was actually standing right next to the referee. Now, granted, I think Jon was a little late on the uptick on this particular one. But Wendell is calling timeout with the literally from the court, and the ref is just like, nah, I'm just gonna completely ignore you and pretend I didn't hear you and just call an over the back violation. Like, what? That's obscene. Okay, Exhibit A. That's horrific refereeing. That should never have happened. And Duke does have. It's not like we don't have a timeout, because if you call a timeout without one, you'd have a technical foul. But we had 2. All right. John's got to learn a little bit on that one. All right, so on this play, this is also an egregious mistake in refereeing. All right, Exhibit B. This is going to be the Wake Forest bucket that ties this thing up. There's going to be high screen, roll, and Mark Williams is going to come over and go up completely vertically and get called for a block. Okay, what happens here? It's laughable. It's literally laughable. The rule is as follows. In this, okay, all right. Men's what? Wait, college restricted arc rule. Okay, all right. Here we go. Let us read, chat. In this particular example, okay, Mark Williams is what is considered a secondary defender because he is not the primary defender on number 24, who is actually the one with the ball. Banchero was. Banchero got beat. Mark Williams comes in to block it. Therefore, Mark Williams is considered the secondary defender in this particular scenario. The restricted arc was put into place underneath the basket in order to prevent secondary defenders from walking in and taking charges and drawing charges in unsafe situations. Okay, all good. Ha! Rule 10-1.12. A secondary defender cannot establish initial legal guarding position in the restricted area for the purpose of drawing a player control foul/charge when defending a player who is in control of the ball. All right, the guy driving, the Wake Forest player, all good. Or who has to release the ball for a pass or a charge. When illegal contact occurs within the restricted area, such contact shall be called a blocking foul unless the contact is a flagrant foul. Fine, whatever. A. When illegal contact occurs by the offensive player leading, okay, yeah. Hold on. Wait, secondary defender. All right, I found it. Okay, there's a what? Okay, wait, where? All right, this segment. I swear this segment had a punchline. There is a play. There is a situation where this actually says that you can block in an outnumbering fast break situation. Unless you be the secondary defender. Anyway, you can actually take you do not call this a charge, but and it's not a block either. It is just no, sorry, it's not a blocking foul. It is straight. It is a straight block. So the secondary defender can be vertical. Here yeah, it was this one. It was this one. It was this one. Straight. Where is this? Yes. The committee clarified that a secondary offender in the restricted area will be allowed to jump straight up to block a shot. In this specific case, the restricted area rule is not in effect, and the play should be officiated as any other basketball play. That is exactly what happens here. All right? It is exactly what happens in this scenario. You have a secondary defender coming up who jumps vertically in an attempt to block the shot, which he does. He is all ball. This cannot be called a block. A blocking foul. This is a straight up shot block. The officiating of the rule is wrong in that situation per the rule changes back in 2016-2017. So, the ACC officiating once again almost cost Duke a game. Granted, as I said, we should not have been in that situation to begin with, but it's just officiated incorrectly, like straight up incorrectly. So whether you're a biased Duke fan such as myself and the folks in chat or not, by the letter of the law, Mark Williams' block was clean. It should have been awarded as a shot block, and not been penalized a shooting foul. So, yeah. Timothy, you're watching the race in Daytona. Very nice. Is it Daytona weekend actually for NASCAR? Is it that's wild. I've lost track. I've been keeping track with Formula One, which has been releasing some fantastic liveries over the past week. The cars are looking beautiful here for the new upcoming season. So, okay. Also, let's remind ourselves this game should probably be starting at any point. If you need the game itself, jump into Discord. The game will be streaming once it begins, which should be at some point, any time in the near future. As soon as this silly game over here between Arkansas and Tennessee decides to finish, or I need to go to find it somewhere else, probably on ESPN News, which I have no idea how to get, and it's tragic. Oh, wait, what? Oh, it's on the homepage? Really? Oh, ESPN 3. Yeah, yes. Yes, watch. Ah, perfect. Come on, log me in. All right, last time these two teams met, I did have the stats somewhere. I have so many tabs, it's like, you have so many freaking tabs open, you can never figure it out which one's which. Oh, there we go. Last time these two teams met, actually, Banchero had 20 points, Wendell with 13. Mark Williams had quite a nice game, 15 points for him, and actually 3 blocks there. AJ Griffin was so-so here, 8 points only for him, Keels with 9, Roach with 6. Total of 78 to 79 there at the end. Why isn't it authenticating me? Please, work, do something, anything, literally anything. I just want to watch my Duke game. What's going on? Starting lineups. Okay, starting lineups right now. The 500 is tomorrow. Larson on pole, got it. Very, very good. Yes. It's not authenticating me for some reason. I don't know. This is annoying. There it is. Oh, Murray State looks well. Is that okay? Are we expecting Murray State in the NCAA tournament? That'd be exciting. They're always one of those dark horse teams. You love to pick them too, especially if they get seeded down at 12. Oh man, that 5-12 matchup, Murray State. Rip the 5 seed on that one. Typically is how it goes. All right, we got a tip off here. It'll be live in a second when it switches over. So the 5 on the floor, the usual suspects here for Duke: Banchero, Keels, Griffin, Moore, and Williams. Yes, and getting things going here. The second to last home game for the Blue Devils, and that should be an intentional foul. That is literally, if that was the NBA, that's a clear path foul. The dude make no play on the ball. Florida State just tries to drag Banchero to the floor. What is that? They should bring in like the clear path foul into college, because you're just like, that was egregious. Was this 22? John Butler for Florida State literally draped on Banchero after Banchero got the steal. Great defensive start for Duke, and Mark Williams just going over the top. That should have been an and one, but Mark Williams manages to put that through. 2 points here early for Duke. Look, I want Duke to come out strong. We need to establish a big lead early, and then we better not lose it. The worst thing for us would be to see another game like the one on Tuesday where we're up by 12, like 19, and then somehow it's a close game. And you're just like, what? The line, by the way, for the betting folks was -15, and we shall see about that. Matthew Cleveland gets 2 points there for Florida State as they're on the board. Florida State, a 6-game skid before beating Clemson by a single point. I don't suppose. Interesting stat on the Florida State side of things. They are the number 1 team in the country in 1-point wins at 5. Yes. As that is the second foul on John Butler, and he will go straight to the bench, as that matchup against Banchero is just basically just way too much. Griffin's going to have a clean look. One dribble over with the shot fake, and that's just a little too long. Weak side rebound there to Mark Williams, and Williams going to try to go up with it. Should have been another foul on Florida State, but Duke actually recovers. Now Keels kick it outside. Banchero's open, except Williams is more open there for the alley-oop. Great find by Keels. Williams with 4. I would actually just take the straight money line bet that Duke is just going to beat Florida State. Wow, that's a 3-point shot there. Who was that? 11 there. Tanner and Gom. No, that should be 3. 3 points for him. There has only been one time in the last decade, let's call it, that Florida State has beaten Duke twice in a single season. That is back in 2012, where they beat us at home in Cameron. I would know, I was there, by the way. Keels for 3, and he's on target early. They beat us on a buzzer beater 3 from the right wing in Cameron. And then they beat us in the ACC tournament. So that's the only time in the last 10 years that Florida State has beat Duke twice in a single season. So expect the W today, boys and girls, as Williams recovers that rebound. And Wendell is full head of steam here. Wendell's going to have to get it back outside to Banchero, but a long cross-court pass there to Griffin. Griffin's going to try to take his man off the dribble, get it back outside to Moore. Perfect. Nice three. Wow. Okay, never mind. It was a great setup, but it was poorly executed. I mean, AJ Griffin basically gave Wendell Moore a perfect three-point shot just live on a platter there, and Moore put it into the band section. I don't even know. I don't have an excuse for that. It doesn't even look like it was deflected. Didn't hit anything. Just crazy there. Florida State diving in, and Mark Williams trying to go for the block on Jalen Worley, but that's no good as Worley scores 7-all. Good pace, actually, between both teams. I kind of like the up and down here. Extra pass over to Griffin in the corner. Another beautiful shot fake, and Griffin's going to take it himself and get fouled. Can't quite get the and one. I think that foul is going to be called on Matthew Cleveland. We'll have to check exactly who that foul is assessed to. Oh, that could have been a foul on Mark Williams down low. Actually, he was like pulling Harrison Prieto. AJ Griffin at the line. 73% free throw shooter here for the season. And Griffin will get the first. Nice. The last home game for Duke is going to be the UNC game in, 2 weeks' time. And yeah, currently Duke's sitting at the number 2 line. So that was the other thing. The NCAA selection committee released like a set of basically they're 1 through 16, but like just like the top teams or whatever. Like they're 16 top teams, which I guess is like seeds 1 through 4, right? Technically. So Duke's sitting firmly on the 2 line, although we could definitely play our way up. And I think we probably will before all is said and done. Florida State long on the 3. Beautiful pass by Griffin to Keels, and then Keels the extra pass to Banchero. Beautiful ball movement there in transition. Duke's got it going 10-7. Wow. That just looks too easy. This is good defense here. Theo John trying to disrupt that shot, and the rebound is down to Paolo. And Paolo again pushing in transition. Push. Go. Come on. Theo John gets caught underneath the bucket, but he will sidestep, and he will find pay dirt, as they say in football. Because football season's over, so I guess we get to reuse the term. 12-7, and it's going to be an early timeout for Leonard Hamilton and Florida State. I must say, I like the energy here in the early going. I like the energy. Coach K back on the bench, of course. Did not finish the Wake Forest game. Wasn't feeling well, but seems to be feeling okay today. It wasn't the Rona, thankfully. So we're all good there. Great little togetherness there. The extra, all the assists there between Keels and Banchero, really showing off. No actual time, or I guess it is technically a TV timeout, but they're not actually doing any commercials. Assists on all 5 made field goals. That kind of gets to my comment about like we're showing great togetherness today. The offense looks very much in sync right now, and they're playing beautiful basketball. All right, and it looks like that is going to be the end of the Arkansas-Tennessee game, as Arkansas will hold on for that. And we will go back to the live. So now it should be in Discord, as it'll just kind of roll over there. Number 16 Tennessee gets beat by number 23 Arkansas. 21-6. That's actually not a bad team. Pretty good record for the SEC there. All right. So here we go. 15:55 on the clock, and we are now on the main network here. 12-7, Duke here in the early going. Keels, Williams, Banchero, John all getting in the stat sheet early. You love to see it. That's an interesting play by Theo John. I think he technically travels, but it's like a bit of an NBA post move. I kind of like it though. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Let's put it that way. Nice eclectic selection of fruit in the Cram and Crazy section. You have what I can see as lemons, grapes, bananas, and strawberries. Fantastic costume that is on display here this evening. Ooh, Sheldon Williams back in the there in the section, yeah. Billy King. Oh, Danny. Well, Danny Ferry's at like every freaking Duke game. Oh, that's yeah. It's Trey and Tyus Jones are in the building. I was watching that, seeing that on the Twitter as well. All right, getting to come out of the timeout here. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Play the game. Yes, possession arrow is in favor of Duke. Florida State will inbound from the Cameron Crazy section, from right in front of the Cameron Crazy section. And it's Wilkes to inbound here to Worley. Worley passing this one up to Fletcher. Fletcher being guarded there by Paolo. And this one over to Prieto. Prieto over to Wilkes. Wilkes trying to find Cleveland, and he does. A little backdoor cut. Gets him open. Moore trying to go baseline here in the reverse. Easy one-on-one. And Wendell Moore's got himself into the stat sheet too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Blue Devils so far have scored. And that is going to be out. No, come on. That should be out in Florida State. Good hands by Theo John to deflect that. 6 Duke Blue Devils here have scored in the first 5 minutes of play. Worley over to Cleveland. Cleveland going to go for 3. That's a deep shot. No, sorry, that was Wilkes deep for 3. Wow. Actually, Florida State shooting decently well from 3 in their last 2 games. The game against Carolina, they were 9 of 19, and the game against Clemson, they were 8 of 19. So they're shooting about 40% from the 3-point line, which actually Duke's 3-point defense is a strength ever since the turn of the calendar, when teams have been shooting in the low 20s against us from the 3. So kind of let's see if that continues there for Florida State. Silly turnover there by Banchero. We got a little rushed on the offense, and the shot clock was running down on us. And it's going to be Wilkes again for 3. That shot's going to be long. Weak side rebound to Florida State. And out of that, they're going to go up, and Roach is going to get called for a foul. As Florida State will go to the line. Welcome into all the Blue Devil fans, new and returning. Great to have everybody here on this Saturday afternoon. Hope your weekend is going well. And hopefully folks had a decent week as we are gearing up for a fantastic early evening of basketball. I didn't realize now that it's like way too big. It's like totally cut off at the top. Make sure to jump into the Discord if you need to grab the game itself. You can join your fellow Blue Devil subscribers down in there. The link is in the description of the video. And then join us here for the conversation on the YouTube side of things. Wendell over handoff there to Roach, who has come off the bench, replacing Keels for the moment. Roach passing this over to Griffin. Mark Williams trying to get post position down low, currently being guarded off by Fletcher. And Roach still finds him! That's the third dunk by Mark Williams, the third alley-oop type dunk by Mark Williams, who is shooting 70%, over 70% from the floor and over 70% from the free throw line. The only player in the country, by the way, to have a stat line like that. And of course, when you're getting alley-oop dunks from your mates like that, no wonder you have such a high shooting percentage. Here comes the help defense down in the post, and off the window is Tanner Ngom there for 2 more. 16-15, good guys for the time being, as Roach tries to find a path towards the baseline, but has to get this back out. And Griffin's going to find himself open for 3. Shot looked good, but didn't go. Banchero with the recovery tries to deflect it off a Florida State player, winds up in the hands of Cleveland, and now Florida State has to somehow get this over the timeline. And timeout or foul? That's the foul on Banchero. Apparently that's his second, so I don't know who. Oh, it must have not been Roach on the first. That's 2 fouls here for Paolo, and we haven't even played 10 minutes of basketball. So, bit of trouble there. Bit of trouble there. Something to keep an eye on is he'll go to the bench, and Bates Jones will come into the game. He does have the ability to shoot the 3, and Williams is going to be called for a foul as Cleveland goes in, and that's an and 1. Florida State will take the lead momentarily with an opportunity for more points at the line. Williams just got to move his feet laterally. He's going too far into Cleveland there. You see how Williams kind of contorts his body and like doesn't stay he doesn't stay like this. He like kind of twists over and just got to move your feet laterally. It's going to have to turn into the A.J. Griffin carry at the moment, who almost turns it over at the baseline. And Roach over to Bates Jones, who rifles it in to Williams, back outside to Roach. And Roach now trying to get inside to Williams. A little scrap for the ball. It's a turnover. No, it's still in the hands of Roach. It's in the hands of Florida State. Get on the floor! Held ball. Possession will keep it with Duke. We've got 4 seconds to shoot. Bit of a mess here, to be honest. Roach going to inbound here. Look for something. Look for Williams cutting to the basket. Yes. Maybe. Roach just got to get it up. Roach can't move, and he's going to have to call a timeout. You can see what we were trying to do there. And we're forced to burn a timeout because we can't get the ball inbound. So Duke will still have possession with 4 seconds on the clock after this timeout. It's expect a full timeout, and that will be, and then we'll be back. All right, let's get caught up here on all our stats and make sure that it's properly aligned. Assuming that I can actually find my stat sheet. Okay, come on. I'm curious who's the other foul on here. Personal foul. Banchero's got 2. Oh, Mark has 1, so that's the 3. Okay, it's like the 2 people you wouldn't want to have any fouls. Mark Williams and Banchero there. Okay. And on the Florida State side, you also have Butler with 2 personals. And then Fletcher is the one, not Cleveland. Fletcher, the one with the 3rd. So 3 fouls apiece for the 2 teams. We started out pretty good. Came out of the gates firing. Kind of slowed down since then. But both teams actually shooting exceedingly well from the floor. Duke at 7 of 10 and Florida State at 7 of 11. So that's not going to continue for the whole game, but damn. What a start. Florida State 2 of 4 from beyond the arc, and Duke 1 of 4 at the time being. For the time being, rather. But I feel like, yeah, 1 turnover apiece, so not much there for either team at the moment, but I think we have it correct. Minutes, total points, Worley with 2, and Gom with 5. Wilkes with 3. Yep, Cleveland 7. Fletcher with 1. Yep, so we're good. Okay, great. We're all up to date. Hopefully this counts as the under 12 timeout, I would expect. It's like close enough to combine it with the media timeout. Florida State once again playing with multiple injuries to starters. There were actually more than what I was prepping some notes for this game. There's more than what I've actually have. So Malik Osborne out is number 10 there for Florida State. Left him in the roster there. Anthony Polite also out with injury, about 10 points per game. Naheem McLeon also out, 4.5 points per game. Basically, all told, Florida State managing, or currently having to manage around it, is missing about 24 points per game, 14.5 rebounds, and 42 three-pointers made on the season. Speaking about three-pointers, here's going to be Griffin, who had a wide-open 3, missed, but the shot clock will reset, and Keels gets his pass into Griffin deflected. It was there, but he couldn't connect. And Cleveland cleans up the fast break opportunity, 20-16. 20-16 Florida State, who has been on a bit of a run here of late. And that's going to be Bates-Jones, 3 from the corner. That shot's no good, so the 3's just not falling today for Duke so far. As an abysmal 1 of 6 for the time being. Travel. You lift up the pivot foot. Turnover, Florida State. Absolutely a travel. All right. Roach over to Keels. Keels into Wendell Moore. Now Florida State has shifted to a 3-2 zone, just basically daring us to try to shoot over it, and nothing there. Oh, block by Williams. Beautiful block there. Now Duke in transition. He's got to go downhill before the zone can set up, and it's going to be a 3 attempt here by Keels, and that won't go either. This is wide. I mean, these 3s are wide open, chat. Like, this is literally like shooting practice before the game, as Griffin, little floater there, finally breaks the drought. 3 points so far for Griffin. That should also be a travel against Florida State. All right, no call there, but fair enough, I suppose. Great hands by Keels. Strips Tanner and Gom. Florida State's going to have to inbound. 15% of the blocks are swatted into the seats. That's not actually a good stat. You want to keep the blocks in play so that your team can get them. Looking underneath here is Prieto. And back to Worley. As Worley being guarded over by midcourt by Keels. Now the switch onto Williams. And there's the back door. Oh my goodness, they're going to call a foul on Williams for that? And Big Mark is going to have to go to the bench. We have foul trouble here early, Chad. This is not good. I want a replay here, as the crazies are the incessant booing because they've seen the replay. I don't. Why are we not? Oh, okay. Anyway, Florida State at the free throw line. Like, it took so long to get for the free throw line. We're like, are we reviewing this foul or like what? Like, what is going on? Florida State good for the first at the free throw line. Oh, yeah, yeah. Winvav, I got you. I got you. Thank you. Bingo. Very good. Very good. Thank you very much. Thanks for calling that out. Down with the robot overlords. 4-point game here, Florida State. So at least, okay. Look at it this way. The fact that we're down by 4, at least we can't blow a 19-point lead because we're down by 4, right? So you can't blow a lead when you're down. Wide open here is Moore over by the Florida State bench. That one goes down. Nice shot by Moore. That's a big 3. Taj 23. Thank you very much for the sub. Much appreciated, man. Thank you, thank you. Oh, that's going to be an easy finish for Florida State. Number 15. All right, I don't even have 15 on my roster. We'll have to. We're going to have to fill that in. Florida State is using so many players, I don't even know who's on the team anymore. We'll fill that in here in a second. Duke with the passing to the outside, and now it's going to be Wendell Moore. He should be able to take this himself, and he does. Nice up and under by Moore, using the rim as the shot protector so that his shot could not be blocked. Duke now only trails by 1. Play a little bit of defense here. Cleveland being guarded beyond the three-point line by Roach. Deflects the screen, and that, oh my God, Florida State is so lucky. Anyway, that's Duke's ball. Someone's side window fell out of the car at Daytona. Wow. That is debris, as we would say, debris that needs to be cleaned up on the track. Although it must be like which side, because the driver's side window isn't a window; it's like a mesh, isn't it? So it must be like a back window or something. Yeah, that's gonna be it's a travel. What? It should be a foul. All right, whatever. Travel on Jeremy Roach. Apparently moved after his little hop step action there. Yeah, the back one. Okay, the back one. There's like an air intake, if I recall correctly, the design of those cars back there. Yep. That's funny. Be crazy if it actually hit the car behind them. I wonder if that would actually break like a windshield. Beautiful hands there by Wendell Moore, and he's going to go for the whole thing, and he's going to get fouled. Wilkes with a foul. Rod Conrad, welcome in, welcome in. With a Let's Go Duke, love it, love to see it. Love to see all the Blue Devil fans in chat. Make sure to hit the sub button. Join your fellow Blue Devil fans in Discord too if you need the game. Otherwise, it's on the ESPN, the ESPN here. We got Wendell Moore going to the free throw line for this one. 8:51 here in the game. A little back and forth first half. And, oh my gosh, Wendell's going to miss a free throw. Yes, Timothy. Mike Dunleavy is in the house tonight. I did see him. The Jones family also in the house tonight. I was very fortunate to get to see both of them play. Both brothers play in person. And Wendell's got the second, so at least one of 2 there. And 24 all here in Cameron. And Gom looking for options. Joey Baker's going to step up. That's a charge. Yes, absolutely a charge. Baker got perfect position outside the restricted arc, held his ground, and took that one. Either that or it's a superb acting job. But I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. It looked good. Andy Pegasus, the game is in Discord for those that want to watch. Link is in the description of the video. And much appreciated. Thanks for the sub. Thank you. So jump into Discord if you need the game there. Otherwise, cannot show on YouTube, copyright, all that good stuff. Screen by John to Keels. And Keels looking for options here. He's going to give it up to Roach. 10 seconds on the shot clock to make a move, and Roach just dribbles into a double team. Ends up on the floor, and what a block by Theo John! A beautiful block from behind. Oh my gosh, the no-look pass. Keels to Roach. Back pass there to Baker, and woo! Three-pointer! With the swagger. Oh my! What a play! Oh my goodness. Okay, well, Worley puts it high off glass. Oh my gosh, King of Kampala with the Let's Go Blue Devils. I love it. That was a sensational play. We're going to go back during the timeout, and we're going to go back and look at that one during the timeout because that was just beautiful. Wendell Moore with a really tough shot that I don't like at all, and it's actually going to be retained by Duke. Okay, that was nuts. Let's go back and take a look at it because it's just really cool. So before I do that, okay, I need to figure out who number 15 is for Florida State. Because there's a 15 playing, and I don't have their... Worley... Quincy Ballard. Okay. Let's do it that way. Quincy Ballard. All right, we got to put that guy in the sheet, and he's got 2 there. All right. This is awesome. All right, let's go back. So, all right, here it is. 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 This is just a beauty. This is beautiful. All right. Not this one is not beautiful, by the way. This is Roach. All right, stop it. Roach doing a little bit too much, honestly, on this particular possession. He tries to dribble into this double team and tries to split the double team, gets caught, and this just turns into what should be an easy lay-in for Florida State. Look, I like the kid. Did a little bit too much on that possession. Okay, look at Theo John running the floor here. The pass, oh my! The beautiful block from behind. That is incredible hustle, by the way. Mark Williams on the bench with 2 fouls. Theo John comes all the way from behind, blocks this shot. Not only that, it keeps it in bounds. It winds up in the hands of Joey Baker, and now Duke is out in transition. Look at where Florida State, let's get the pen. Let's get the pen. Okay. Look at where Florida State is. This is like Florida State basically we've just been running up and down the court twice here. Florida State has no idea where they are. Right, okay, over here. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Basically, there's one guy from Florida State who's going to try to stop this entire play. And it's just not going to happen for him. Poor guy. So Wendell Moore down here at the bottom, by the way. Roach up top, who really never made it back after he hit the deck on the other side after the turnover. In any case, finds himself in a good spot. So, and all of a sudden, you get Joey Baker trailing the play, who's going to find a lovely spot right here. And this works out because nobody from Florida State is even watching Joey Baker right now. Look at the eyes. All the eyes pointed right at Roach, including this guy, by the way. The other thing that could have happened, Wendell can come up here and Roach just bounce passes this across, or literally puts it 5 holes and literally just puts it between his legs, and it's an easy 2. That's another option here, but we're going to take the more fantastic one. This little flick out to Joey Baker, and look at this. Oh, I mean, it's beautiful. This is the kind of basketball that you just you sit there and you kind of you cry tears of joy because you're like, wow, that's amazing Duke basketball. Lovely, just lovely. I don't have anything else to say. It's just beautiful. Oh, might be the best one I've seen today. All right. So, what do we got? Let's make sure we are all caught up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 5 fouls on the side of Florida State. Meanwhile, on the bench for the Blue Devils, both Banchero and Mark Williams with 2 fouls, and yet Duke leading 27-26 right now. And so, for the time being, doing pretty good with 2 stars on the bench. Oh, I have to go up to live here. Okay. Here's Cleveland with a floater, and oh, that's going to be goaltending. All right. Matthew Cleveland, first player into double figures for either team. He's got 11. So 28-27 here as we're at 7:03 in the game. Keels thinking about the 3, doesn't decide to take it, and Florida State is now back in their man-to-man. Joey Baker will take the 3. That's another one. Baker's got 2 3-pointers. He's feeling it so far tonight. Love it. Love it. The role players are stepping up. Stars on the bench. Role players step up. Oh, talking about stepping up, Theo John with a beautiful steal there. And Baker's going to go. Is he 3 for 3? That shot just a little far. AJ Griffin with the weak side rebound. Double team down low's got to get this out. Does get it to Wendell. Duke's going to reset here. 15 seconds to go. Ooh, man, that Baker shot goes down. The place goes nuts. Kind of a weak pass there by Wendell. Not sure I like that option. As Ngom comes back into the game. Wendell going to inbound. We got 5 seconds to shoot here. We're actually going to make it happen. Back to Wendell. Wendell's going to put up a long-range 3. Then Joey Baker tries from underneath the bench. Theo John gets called for a foul. I actually thought Joey had a decent look there from underneath the rim. Wendell's shot was nowhere close. It just turned into a long pass, actually. But Joey not able to bring it home. Able to close that one out, so. And this is Wilkes who puts it up and over Theo John. Gonna go really high for that one. And Wilkes has 5 as we're tied again at 30. So close game here. So far, 5:40 to go here in the first. Baker looking for options, doesn't find any. 7 seconds to go here, and Keels is going to put up a long-range 2. Ooh, pretty, that actually goes. 5 points for Keels. Anytime Keels and Paolo put up those like long-range 2s, you're kind of like, analytics not the best shot, but when they go down, they look good. Cameron Fletcher managing to get right to the bucket, 32 all. Duke managing actually to do pretty good with both Williams and Banchero on the bench. And here's a shot from AJ Griffin in the corner. And that will get him going. 6 points for Griffin. The 3s are finally falling. 4 of 6 after starting 1 of 8. And there's a little bump by Joey Baker. That's a cheap foul, honestly, man. That is a cheap foul. This is Worley going to go to the basket. I don't know where the Duke defense was on that one. What? 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 Oh my God, that was bad. 4:35. We'll take a look at that play. We analyze both good and bad plays, by the way, to see where things break down, just because it's rather interesting. So we'll take a look at that one. Is Florida State back into the 2-3 zone, and here's going to be the sidestep shot by Keels, and that's good too. Now the 3 is falling for Duke. And the score reflecting it as we've opened a 4-point lead. Need to stop on the defensive end, though. Ball down low here, Ngam on Wendell. Ngam trying to go up for it, and that's going to be called goaltending again. Yep, goaltend. 3:53 to go here in the game. And Florida State trailing by 2. How are we struggling to a team without their starting 5 and have the best 5 in the country? You know, I was thinking to myself the exact same thing. It's okay. There's no way we're going to lose to a team that has 5 basically walk-ons playing. It's not going to happen. Have faith. Have faith for the second half, chat. All right. Okay. All right. So, but yeah, Timothy says it's a great question. Well, for starters, we can take a look at this play and see what happens defensively, because this just ends up in a very easy 2-point shot for Worley, who has the ball, and he literally doesn't do anything except go to the rim. So let's take a look and see what happened on this play and see if we can learn anything here. You got Roach down here. This looks like it's going to be a baseline cut on this side by 22. Is this? No, that's not 22. I don't know. Anyway, by on this. Anyway, whatever. This is going. Who's this? 21. Cameron Fletcher. It looks like he's going to try to screen this. I think what's going to happen is Fletcher's going to come up and try to screen off Wendell. Meanwhile, Ngam is going to try to come down and screen AJ Griffin so that Fletcher is free to go screen the ball handler. Okay, so I think that's how this particular play is being set up. Let's wind this forward and see how that actually plays out. Let's go to half speed here too. Why not? So, okay, there's the sort of fake screen by Ngam. He comes down, but he doesn't really get a piece of Griffin. All right, so we'll fake screen there. 20. Okay, so there's no actual screen there. There's just a switch. So now Keels is going to switch onto Fletcher. Griffin is now supposed to switch onto Worley. But now Ngam is going to come up and try to screen. Yeah. Okay, now Ngam comes up and rescreens here Griffin, and there's a lot of space. And I think Banchero gets lost. Like this should be communicated as a switch, right? So probably like Banchero should probably go on this dude, unless Griffin's actually going to try to fight through this, but he doesn't because they both lose it. Although I suppose if Banchero steps up and puts pressure on ball, that's an open pass. Ooh, Florida State puts us into a really tough situation here. Banchero's going to come over late, and that just ends up in an easy 2. I do think that Banchero should have probably slid over, though. It's a little bit of a defensive miscommunication there. Just like it looked so easy for Florida State there at the time. A little defensive mishap for Duke. Results in easy 2 for Florida State. Yeah. Oh yeah. The Formula One stuff is totally in bounds because we do cover Formula One on this channel. I can't wait for the new season. Honestly, the new Drive to Survive comes out the 11th or the 18th of March in just over a month's time. Cannot wait. It's gonna be fantastic. I like. AJ Griffin's 3 is short. Banchero going to pick that up right back to Griffin, and Griffin with a little putback. I'm incredibly excited to see where Ferrari are this season, by the way. Their car looks incredible, but I hope it has speed. If not, there's going to be a ton of memes about like Ferrari being all looks, no actual speed. It's going to be really bad for Ferrari because they put a lot of money into that car. Well, I mean, all the teams do, but I think there's a lot of expectations for Leclerc and Sainz this season. So yeah, I can't wait to resume the F1 coverage. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Keel's gonna go for 3 again, straight line drive, long rebound to Roach. Roach over to Griffin. Griffin gonna try to power his way in, and he will draw a foul. And Leonard Hamilton can't believe it. Honestly, neither can I. I'm not sure where that foul was. But that's okay. I'll take it. What's that previous scoring there? And Griffin to the free throw line. Going to get the first. 9. Wow. Number 2, Auburn goes down. Stat goes here. That's kind of funny. Somebody forgot to finish the graphic on ESPN. Cleveland with 11. And this is Worley. Worley, great defense by Keels on Worley, actually. That's a good defense on this possession here. It's going to be another tough shot. That three-pointer, no good. Rebound to Keels. Do manage to keep it in bounds. Nicely done. It was Wilkes last time who scored the 3, by the way. Henry, welcome in. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Got 2:20 to go here in the first half. It's been a good one. Been back and forth. We'll see if Florida State can hang with us here in the second, but Duke came out firing. Florida State's just shooting very well from the floor. Baker for 3. That's a swish it. What a stroke by Baker. He's 3 of 4 from beyond the arc here in the first. What a lift. A little lift for Duke. Banchero just backs off, but stays vertical. Great actual defense there without fouling by Banchero. And Keels is going to go downhill. He's going to find Baker again in the corner. Yes, it is. 4 of 5 with 12 points, and Duke's got an 9-point lead. Woo, baby. Baker just bailing us out here. Joey with his best game of the season. What a great time to pick for that one. Florida State finally missing some shots. They weren't going to shoot 70% for the game. Keels just content to slow this down, find a good shot here. The Let's Go Duke chant here starting in Cameron. Keel's going to drive. He's going to find Baker again. Baker with a shot fake. He's going to take a 2. That's no good. Florida State with the rebound, and Worley full steam ahead and beats everybody. He's going to go up and under. And Worley, that was actually pretty good, using the rim as a shot protector there. Couldn't get the block off. Griffin, what a move. Tough shot. Rebound Banchero in traffic. And Banchero fouled by number 35, Cleveland, on the rebound attempt. And that should be... No, I've got 6. So that's going to be an inbounds play. No 1-and-1 yet. Joey's last 2 3-pointers from basically the exact same spot, mirrored on opposite ends of the court. And Paolo at the free throw line. He's got the first. And that's only his 3rd point, but he has been on the bench for basically the, half the half, if you will. And Paolo for the second free throw is good as well. 4 points for him. Duke has hit the half-century mark. 50 points to 41. This is actually an incredibly high-scoring half by both teams. We were just watching, the Arkansas-Tennessee game? The game basically ended it with this score for the entirety of the game. Worley again. Oh, I thought it was fouled by Keels. No call. Wait, we have to hold this. No, we don't. Never mind. Just dunk it! Here I was thinking, well, we can take the last shot of the game. AJ Griffin had different ideas. He wanted the slam dunk, and I don't blame him. 11-point lead for Duke. Just turning all gas, no brakes, and that's another block for Griffin. Whew. Wow, the Duke transition game has been tremendous today. Oh my goodness, what a pass. Take a look at that one there. Nah, Florida State's not going to get this shot off. No way. Wow, all right, Duke's going to take an 11-point lead in the locker room. It was looking a little dire there for a bit. But this final 4 minutes here, wow, we have found another gear and just totally blitzed Florida State, who just doesn't know what hit them right now. We gonna get a Jon Scheyer interview? Anything? Anything? No? Okay. All right, fine. No Jon Scheyer interview. Let's take another look here. Let's take another look because this is a beauty. This is a beauty here on the instant replay. You're gonna see Worley goes in. I thought he got fouled there, but there was nothing. Up there to Wendell Moore, and Wendell is just going to rip this thing. Oh, my goodness. The way he throws this pass, the other angle is more impressive, honestly. Jesus. This one is crazy. And that is a beautiful block there by Griffin. All right, look at the replay. Okay, so obviously this is a replay, but the pass is more impressive than the finish, to be honest. Like, oh my gosh. Oh, he just rips that thing across. That's incredible. Been some tremendous games tonight. Holy some tremendous some tremendous plays. Timothy saying funny story about the Wake Forest game was with his mom who said they didn't think he could make it from 75 feet. And it looked like exactly like the Butler play. Yeah, it was pretty close actually. That is funny. Yes, actually, going over some of the scores, let's look at some of the scores from today. Florida, Mike White, the son of former Duke athletic director Kevin White, by the way. There's always a Duke connection somewhere, fun fact. Who coaches Florida, beats Bruce Pearl and Auburn in Auburn, by the way, 63-62. Let's look at this Tar Heel Hokie game, actually. Does Carolina end up actually winning this? Oh, Caleb Love actually hitting some points. By the way, fantastic. Shout out to the Pittsburgh Panthers for drilling UNC at UNC earlier this week. Jeff Capel, very nice. Duke Strong on that one. Very nice, very nice. Thank you very much, Pittsburgh. Oh, man. North Carolina beat Virginia Tech. Oh, that's lame. Oh. Yeah, it is. That does help us tonight, actually. Because where does Florida State? And actually, the Wake Forest game also helping us. Virginia beating Miami, I think, also helps us, by the way. So those results are good. And then let's see. What is Florida's? So Florida's not even ranked. What Auburn, Florida box score? Let's see. Here, this is what I'm looking at. Was this game like? Oh, this game was kind of close. Actually, Florida was leading for the majority of this, and then Auburn made a run late. I see. Okay, Auburn made a late run and almost took it back. Florida, a 17-10 team, a 7-7. What is the Florida net ranking? This is like a quad. Florida Gators quadrant. Florida, the Gators had a record of 1-7 against quadrant 1 teams, which I suppose now is 2-7. Net ranking 53, updated today. Oh, okay. So they were ranked number 53. Okay. Yeah, the net. Duke is all the way down at 12? Really? Really? I would have thought they were higher than that. That's a little disappointing. By the way, chat, the net rankings are what the NCAA committee essentially is more or less what the NCAA committee uses to seed teams with some other things involved in there as well. We actually made a video on the how seeding works in the tournament. It's on the channel. We made it for what, like almost 2 years ago now, but I think we made it for the COVID season when the NCAA tournament got canceled. So if you want to know how seeding works, check out the video because my good buddy Justin was all over it, gave us the in-depth analysis on exactly how seeding works. But Florida is all the way down here at number 53. Yeah, it's a pretty bad loss for Auburn. Yeah. Yeah, Keon, your coworker being a UK fan. So actually they got a pretty good win too. They have a they got the win today over Alabama, even though they're playing a little short-handed, but that's a pretty good win. They had to win that one at home, so they're what now, 22-6. I mean, Kentucky just looks really strong. I mean, Sheboy is like, in contention for National Player of the Year, and the way that he's been rebounding balls, I mean, he kind of deserves to be in that contention. So, as much as I hate Kentucky, the kid is balling. Like, legitimately, the kid is balling out. If we don't sell from now through the ACC tournament. Well, let's look at the upcoming schedule. Um, By the way, we will have a weekday stream this week. The game on Wednesday is going to be at UVA. So back-to-back revenge games because UVA did beat us the first time. That's not going to happen. It's twice in a row. So let's go into their house and take one on their home floor. Why not? So we got to go to UVA. So let's win that one. And then it's going to be basically 3 road games to close out the season before we have the UNC one. We go up to Syracuse. I'm not that worried. Jim Boeheim probably just gives us the win anyway for his old buddy, K. And then we have at Pittsburgh. Not really worried about that. Jeff Capel probably gives K another W. So not worried about those 2 games very much. And then we have the UNC game on the 5th, which would be the last home game for Coach K, last home game of the season. No way we lose that one. And either way, it gives us a double bye going into the ACC tournament, which basically means we wouldn't play until at least Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday of that. Or it could be, the double bye could mean Thursday, actually. Could be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then the championship is Sunday. No, you end up just playing Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I think. So pick up a good couple wins there, and we should be fine. Yeah, I did see that Iowa upset of Ohio State too. But that one doesn't really help us in one direction or another. We honestly, we probably would have preferred Ohio State to keep winning because then their our loss against them looks less bad. So there is some teams that you would just prefer to keep winning. But yeah, big upset over there for Auburn. Let's see, whatever. Texas Tech beats number 20 Texas. Ranking wise, that's not an upset. UConn, number 24, takes down Xavier. Baylor, 10-point win over TCU. At home, not bad. Illinois actually beats Michigan State 79-74. Curious. That's well, if you go by the rankings, that's good road win there for Illinois. Iowa, let's see, nothing else crazy. Other they had Arkansas over Tennessee, kind of whatever. To your point there, Keon, you were saying Murray State being ranked 21 in the country, a narrow win there, 62-60. Kansas has to go to West Virginia today. That's the game following ours on the ESPN. And then Gonzaga, I don't even know who SCU is. It doesn't matter. They probably will win. Arizona will play Oregon this evening in Arizona. That's the college game day. Honestly, that's in Arizona. If it was in Oregon, I'd say, well, maybe, but yeah. Yeah, I know, Timothy. So far, let's see. Let's make sure Coach K comes out of the halftime locker room because last time he was okay going into the halftime locker room and then didn't come out of the locker room. So, yeah. Could Kentucky's schedule or potential losses benefit our seed? That's the only top 5 team I see matching. Mm, let's see. ESPN. Well, so Keon, I think the way to answer, actually, I'll answer it this way, and I think it's actually very simple. Um, we need Kentucky to lose. Kentucky has to keep losing. Why? Because we already beat them. We beat them at the start of the season. So, and they're based on their record that's 22-5. It's already a quad 1 win on a neutral floor. So, like, there is no point for them to keep, like, they can't go above quad 1, right? Like, it already is the best possible win you could get, other than beating them at Kentucky, which the game wasn't at Kentucky, so it just can't happen, right? So, um, it would benefit us for them to keep, like, and they're not going to fall out of quad 1, like, unless they lost every single game between now and the NCAA tournament, which is like what their next 1, 2, 3. So unless they lost their next 4 games, and even then they still probably wouldn't fall out of quad 1 because they'd probably win a game in the SEC tournament or something, like. So they're going to play versus LSU, that's at home. Then they're going to go to Arkansas, number 23. The game at number 23 Arkansas next week. Honestly, that, like, root for Arkansas. Like, because if Kentucky loses that puts us in a better spot, right? And then Old Miss is probably not going to be much of a game, and they have to play at Florida and root for Florida. Like, they just upset Auburn today. You better hope that they can give Kentucky another loss when they go down to the Swamp, which I don't know if that's actually what they call their basketball stadium, but anyway, you get the point. So you better hope Kentucky loses those 2 road games, one against Arkansas and one against Florida. The loss against Florida would probably be worse than the loss against Arkansas. And then they better not win the SEC tournament. That could be the other one. But what would be interesting is if Kentucky won the SEC tournament and Auburn didn't, would be sort of another, like, well, what happens now? Do you move Kentucky up to the 1 line? And depends on who beats who, right? Yeah, so like Baylor, Zaga, and Arizona. Well, actually, what's interesting, you know, what would be really interesting this year is that, so my conspiracy theory is that Zaga always gets a 1 seed because the NCAA committee needs a number 1 team to put out in the West. and typically that team is Gonzaga. However, if you had a team, however, you have Arizona in the mix this year, which essentially could be the number 1 seed in the West. And now this seeding looks very weird, right? Because you have Baylor, who probably should be seeded Midwest, or actually they would probably be number 1 in the South. You give Arizona the Midwest seed, you give Gonzaga the West, and then who takes the number 1 seed in the East? Well, that's essentially between the teams at the number two, on the 2 line, right? So NCAA tournament, uh, what do we even call this? Seeding. Uh, what's the? God damn it! Why can't I just find the stupid? Oh yeah. Right. Okay. So Gonzaga's in the West, Auburn's in the Midwest, Arizona in the South, and the East right now is Kansas. But that looks odd. So I think what's going to end up, and then basically Duke is the first of the twos. So and if this is actually seeded the way that it goes, right? With Gonzaga is the number 1 overall, Auburn is the number 2 overall, Arizona is the number 3 overall, and Kansas currently sitting at the number 4 overall. Duke at the number 5. You'd say Auburn's loss probably flips Auburn and Kansas, would be my guess, assuming Arizona wins today, which gives Kansas the Midwest and Auburn the East. But let's take another look once we're in a timeout, because we've resumed action here in Cameron as Duke closed that half on a 12-2 run, and teams still shooting incredibly well. Florida State at 60%, Duke at 56%. It's almost laughable how well both teams are shooting, and we have a game and as a result, we have a game in the 50s. And we're resume play here. Let's see, Wendell over to Banchero, and Paolo's going to go right, and he's going to go at Worley. Banchero's going to try to hunt his shot here. That comes up as an air ball and Duke will retain possession. Let's see, Auburn East, Baylor South, Midwest Arizona, Gonzaga. Yeah, so that I think makes sense. Kentucky South, Duke East, Purdue Midwest, Kansas West. Interesting. Oh, this is a wide open shot for Keels from the Duke bench, and he misses it. Yo, those are like those shots at warm-ups when you're there before the game. Maybe you showed up like 30 minutes before the game, and you're watching the guys, and they're doing their layup line, they're shooting their 3-pointers, and you're like, they're like bouncing off the rim, and then the manager gives them another ball, and you're like, man, you're really making that manager work. You should just like hit the shot. It's like that open. Oh my God. Jalen Worley going to go to the free throw line here after the reach and foul. Let's say that's on Keels, and Worley gets the first. But there's still a lot of basketball to be played. We have at least 2 weeks of regular season basketball, okay, plus the conference tournaments, and any upset there can shift. Like Gonzaga, they're in, right? They're not going to lose. Even if they did lose, they're still a number 1 because the committee's not going to knock them off because they're Gonzaga. Like whatever, it's like not going to happen. But I think the other ones are still all in flux. Baylor, honestly, is probably the weakest of all of them. I would be sort of the most suspect about that one. Another loss for Baylor knocks them off the top line for sure. Well, they're not technically on the top line right now, I don't think so. But let's see, maybe they are, maybe not. Anyway. But maybe they win the Big 12. They'd have to do it over Kansas. I mean, that's going to be a fascinating one. Oh, that's a charge being called against AJ Griffin. Yeah, right now Baylor is on the number 2, and so only and Kansas is on the is number 1. So Keon, by what you've put in there, you would say that Baylor beats Kansas in the Big 12 tournament, and therefore that's how they make that seeding work. Which that's what would have to happen, I think, for your prediction to come true. Because only one of them's. It's like the college football playoff, right? Like two teams in the thing, unless it's Georgia and Bama. But this is not a Georgia Bama situation. Like only one of them's going to make it on the one line. 10-point game here in Cameron. 18 minutes 30 seconds to go. Duke's still ahead and in control for the time being. Let's see how we managed to play through. I don't know where Wendell Moore was throwing that. What? Where are you throwing it, Wendell? Oh, yeah. That is miserable. Let's see. Mark Williams scooting over there to guard Worley, and this is Griffin guarding Wilkes, and this is going and Gom for 3. That's a brick. Rebound down to Duke, and Williams has it. Oh, Wendell gets that shot blocked by Banchero, picks it up, and Banchero's going to try to go up with it. No foul called. No foul called, and Florida State has the ball here. Backdoor cut there for Florida State, and John Butler has his first 2 points. He was on the bench. He was on the bench for the majority of that. Well, actually, like the entirety of that first half. He got 2 fouls in the first 3 minutes, trying to guard Paolo and just couldn't. I would actually try to switch Paolo onto Butler again and try to exploit that matchup. It did not work for Florida State at all in the first. Here's Banchero down low again as Duke's trying to go up with it. Still no foul call there. And Duke just missing, not spotting the ball. Florida State comes up with it. And here's Butler for 3. That's way off. And Wendell gets it on the weak side. And Duke should push right now. They've got numbers. And I don't know if they realized it. Blocking foul. Yeah, he was in the restricted area. Apparently that's his third, really. Wow. Mm. Debbie Antonelli with the call and the description on the backdoor cut there. Fantastic breakdown, actually, by Antonelli. That was really good. It's a great spot by her. Wendell Moore at the free throw line. That shot looks off, and it is. And Joey going to come back. Going to come back into the game here. He's got 12 points, actually. Tied with AJ Griffin for the most points by a Duke Blue Devil, and leading all scorers at the moment as Wendell's second free throw is good. So he's 2 of 4 at the line this afternoon so far. 9-point lead here for Duke. Oh, John Butler there. Oh, that rolls right off. And Banchero, great defense. Staying vertical, comes up with the shot block. Oh, Keels. Wendell wants Keels to clear out, and he gets the ball. Here's Joey. I think the crazies want to see another three-pointer from Joey. Double teamed by Florida State. Banchero get caught in the air. Wendell here with 8 seconds. Over to Keels, who now has 6. Keels is going to put up a 3 from the bench. No good. Wendell tries to come down with it. Can't. And a rebound to Florida State. And not really good offense there by Duke on that possession. Oh, great active hands by Baker! And Wendell's going to go coast to coast. Yes, he will! And one! Foul on Wilkes. That's the play Duke needed to get this thing going in the second half. To be honest, I feel like we kind of fell asleep there for a while. Oh, Timothy with the congrats to Debbie Antonelli. She's actually quite good. I haven't really heard her call many Duke games prior to this season, but she's actually quite good. She's fantastic. Better than all the other guys that ESPN puts out there that you're just like, what is this person saying? She actually has real basketball analysis. It's refreshing, honestly. All right. Let's make sure we're up to date here on all the stats. So, and Gom's got 3 personals. And this is Fletcher has 1, 2 for Butler. Brado's got 1. Wilkes has 1. Cleveland has 2. Oh, okay, it goes that way. All right. And the Duke foul situation is 2 on Paolo, 1 on Theo John, 1 on Joey Baker. Yes. 2 on Williams. And 2 on AJ. Okay. None on Keels. So yeah, we have 3 players with 2 fouls. That's kind of how that shakes out. Okay. Points are correct. Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, let's take a quick look at the kind of the stats there from halftime. As long as you don't have to hear Bill Walton. Oh my God, the Maui or the whatever, the Pac-12 with Bill Walton is one of the most painful things ever. Oh my God. Anyway, yeah, first half stats. I mean, both teams just shooting exceptionally well. 19 of 34 for Duke, 17 of 29 for Florida State. It was a 59% from the floor for Florida State, 56 for Duke. Duke just having more volume of shots, in part due to the offensive rebounding by the Blue Devils. 8 offensive boards for our squad here to just 1 for Florida State. 11 defensive boards, so we're out rebounding Florida State 19-7, which is significant there. Or it's actually 20-9 by the official count. There's some team rebounds in there as well. Free throw shooting 6 of 8. Florida State only 4 of 5 of that particular one. And actually, we played a pretty clean game, to be honest. Actually, both teams played a pretty clean game. 5 turnovers for either team in the first half. However, look at this stat. 15 assists. 15 assists for Duke in the first half to only 5 turnovers. A 3-to-1 assist to turnover ratio. We talked about how we were basically spotting so much team basketball from these guys in that first half, and it was just beautiful to watch. And there you see it in the represented in the numbers, the 3-to-1 assist to turnover ratio. Sensational. And yeah, Duke with the 10-second chance points. Joey Baker being a big part of that. Duke run there, his 12 points. Lumen large, as Bill Rafterty would say, and Wendell has the free throw there, and he's got 12, making him the 3rd Blue Devil with 12 here on the afternoon. Welcome in once again, all the Blue Devil fans, wherever you may be, in the U.S. or not, perhaps. Been a great game so far this afternoon. It was a close one through the majority there of the first, with Duke going on a late run. That really set us apart, gave us a double-digit lead going into the halftime locker room with 11. And there's Joey Roach, who's going to pick up a foul as we've resumed play here. Both teams with 3 fouls so far. Possession arrow will be with the Blue Devils, as Florida State to the line. This is Matthew Cleveland, who has 11 to lead the Florida State effort, and he just airballed a free throw. Wow. Wow, chat, he just airballed a free throw. I don't even know what else to say. That second one misses horribly. 2. At least it hit the rim? Question mark? Okay. Oh man, Paolo fighting down low. He's really trying to get good post position, but he can't. He's got to come off of that. He gets the ball here. Florida State brings the double team, passing out of that to Keels over to Baker. And Baker trying to get to Mark Williams, and Mark Williams with the putback. Yeah, Joey was trying to pass it to Williams, and he almost scored. And Mark just tips this one in. Oh, man, come on. Okay, that's a wide open 3, but that misses. That was Prieto who missed there with the 3. And then this is Wilkes, the 3 no good there. Cleveland recovers, and Duke will come up with it. Duke, come on. Will not come up with it. In and out. Williams secures that rebound. Duke with the 15-point lead so far. So I guess Vegas was kind of right. Vegas was saying 15-point margin of victory for Duke. Right now it's 14. Banchero still fighting for position there on the left side. Joey Baker, shot fake. Oh, he travels. He traveled. Too many steps. He was trying to set up for a 3, and yeah, no. That's all right. That's all right. 8th turnover there for Duke. 7 for Florida State so far tonight. Mark Williams draws his 3rd on the attempted block. Florida State's Cameron Fletcher at the free throw line, and he will make the first. And he's got 4. And he gets the second. Both free throws connect there for Florida State. Ooh, crash at Daytona. There usually is, by the way. Has there ever been a clean Daytona race? I feel like that wouldn't be Daytona. That's not the point. The point is to go about as high a speed as you do at Talladega, and then like something will go wrong eventually. Wouldn't be Daytona without a massive wreck, but hopefully everybody's okay. I went to that race one time when I was living in the Jacksonville area. It's really cool. It's very cool. Oh, geez, upside down and on fire. Okay, there's a bit of drama on that one. That's a bit worse than usual. Wendell thought about 3 and passes it up to Roach. It's pretty good defense here by Florida State, but he finds Banchero down low. Great look, great find by Roach. Another assist by Duke on that bucket. And now Florida State shooting 1 of 9 here in the second half after their 60% shooting half in the first. They have stalled out, and here's a long 3-pointer. Oof! Worley from downtown. 12 points for him. Wendell trying to go coast to coast. That gets blocked. That one-on-one play just could have led to an easy Florida State bucket. I'm not liking it, especially when we're playing so good with all the assists and everything. Just run offense, man. Just run the normal Duke offense. It's been working so far. Oh, Paolo's just gonna find his way to the rim. That should be a foul and an and 1. Yes. And that's again foul on Butler. Paolo at the free throw line going for point number 9. Yup. Nicely done. Wilkes from way downtown. That shot's no good. Paolo comes down with that rebound. Duke pushing. Duke pushing. Nope. Swing pass out to Roach. Oh, another travel. Duke playing just a little too fast. Just a little too fast. Let's see. Wilkes being guarded there by Wendell. Now this is, oh geez. And here's a turnover there. It's going to be a 3-on-1. Roach to Keels. Keels with the easy lay-in. Oh, it's actually an and one. There we go. Now we turn this thing on. 16 points here. And Florida State's put in another player that is... They've gone so deep on the roster, I can't even know where they're at this point. College game day coming to Cameron for Duke UNC, of course. I wouldn't be surprised. That only makes sense. I mean, it is Coach K's final home game. Like, it's going to be a huge media event. Justin Lindler. God, making me work on the fly here. All right, as Duke has opened a 16-point lead, let's check the. Let's see if we got anybody on double watch. I would say yes, probably on assists even. Let's see. Keels has the most assists so far. He's got 6. Roach is right behind him with 5, and Moore has 4. Paolo, Baker, and Griffin have an assist each. Rebounds, Paolo with 7, Moore with 5, Roach with 4. Actually, Mark Williams with 5. So nobody's, I mean, Paolo's the closest of anyone. But very balanced scoring today. I mean, you got 4 Blue Devils in double figures, 12 points for Moore, 10 for Keels, 12 for Baker, 12 for AJ Griffin. Very, very balanced. It's a very complete game so far from Duke. Very complete game. All right, getting ready to kick off here once again. Yeah, basically ESPN just going through the slate here, upcoming slate for Duke, which we talked about during halftime, starting with the game at Virginia, then going to Syracuse, then Pittsburgh, and then finishing with the final game at home against North Carolina. We've been very good on the road, except for the Florida State game. Like, we've been very good on the road in the ACC. Actually, impressively good. It's the Florida State game. Might be the only game on the road we've lost. We played like a whole slew of home games at the start of the season. I feel like it's just been a very unbalanced schedule. Okay. Lindler basically, that was an offensive foul that was not called with a just throwing the left arm. And this is just going to be a turnover here by Florida State over to Wendell. Banchero's going to go downhill. No, he's going to get the pass out to Keels. Keels thought about three. Actually going to go back to Paolo. And Paolo now in double figures with 11. Gregory Mandriota. Duke by 20 plus guaranteed. It is trending in that direction. I was not that optimistic. I said at the start that the line was 15. I wasn't sure if I would have taken that one. And Cameron Fletcher has a 3-point shot there for Florida State, bringing the lead back down to 15. But it is certainly looking good here for our Blue Devils. And Duke just playing it a little slowly here, trying to burn some clock as we tick under 11. As we tick under 10:30, actually. 10:22. And this is Keels' three. It's a line drive. And it's an answer. 70 for Duke. Okay, now the last thing we want to see is a close game in the next 10 minutes, right? Just go on and put on 100 at this point. Like, we should just score 100. Just keep going. 5 seconds here for Florida State. I don't know if they realize it. It's a deep three by Lindler, and that's an air ball. It's a shot clock violation. Beautiful defense by our Blue Devils. Duke's gonna get this over the timeline. We do. A little lackadaisical bringing the ball up. Coach K calling the play out from the bench here. Keels going to dive in. Keels almost had Theo John down low, and it's going to be a foul against Cleveland, his third. Keels almost had another assist there. Yeah, well, he held off the defender because the defender was on the floor. Lindler flopped, thinking he was going to get a charge call. Didn't get it. It was an easy bucket for Paolo. 8 seconds to shoot here for Duke. Keels might have to take a long three. He goes baseline. 2 seconds as a turnaround jump shot. Does hit the rim. And Duke actually manages to keep it alive. Reset 20 on the shot clock. So we're going to burn like almost a whole minute here. That's awesome. Just winding clock. Keel's going to go for three. Keel, ooh. Rebound Florida State. I got excited there for a second. I thought that was going to be our almost 20-point lead. Oh, and it's a turnover by Florida State. It's a 3-on-1. Paolo, yes! Assist to Wendell, points to Paolo, and that's the 20 points. And timeout, Florida State. All right. Oh, keeping tabs on the Daytona race. Apparently everybody's good at the racetrack. There you go. Oh wow. Engine on the engine actually went off. That's crazy. Yeah, there was a scary one a couple of years ago where the engine like ended up in the engine block ended up in the stands and like injured fans. So, yes, it's a very, very precarious situation. But yeah, so far so good. Look, Duke in total control here, and just kind of in cruise control mode. You know, Keon, we were talking earlier about we were talking about Ohio State. Apparently, the committee is saying that Ohio State is on the outside of the top 16, and Alabama was just on the outside of the top 16, but they just beat Tennessee. So my guess is that they're, which is a curious one. I'm going back, by the way, to the seeding that was revealed today, and this is a curious one because Tennessee is considered to be in the top 16 here at the 3 line, but Alabama just beat them. And Alabama was apparently close to cracking the top 16, but on the outside looking in. So effectively, they were a 5. So that game was effectively a 3 seed versus a 5. In which case, the 5 at home came up ahead. So yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, Timothy, I know what you mean. That's like so. We actually have a funny segment prepared. I have a funny segment prepared for the start of the F1 season. There's a bunch of like workout videos from a bunch of they are definitely athletes, but there's a bunch of funny workout videos from them that like I'm looking to put together from the off season, and it's just like hilarious because like the amount that they're lifting or like the lifts that they're doing just looks so easy. And so you're just like they work out in a different way than like the athletes you'd say here on the court, as in Gum gets to the bucket there and scores 2, and it's a foul on Theo John. You know, like the basketball players here will, you know, put up hundreds of pounds on bench and squat, and the NASCAR and the Formula One athletes, I'd be surprised if they could do their body. Well, I'm sure they could do their body weight, but it would be difficult. Jerome Thompson saying he's glad to feel that Coach K is feeling better. Yeah, it looks good today. No issue. They never said what was wrong with him. Just that he didn't feel particularly well. Was feeling a little sick or whatever, but he seems perfectly fine today, and he's going to be quite happy with the results so far. And he's got to be quite happy with the results so far, as Duke out to a commanding 18-point lead that they have yet to give up. So hopefully we can keep the lead where it's at. AJ Griffin going to go for 3 here. Oh, baby, yes. That shot looks good. Wow, that was a rainbow. And it drops 15 points for Griffin. Actually, only 2 of 6 from beyond the arc and still has 15 points, which is actually kind of impressive. He's found other ways to score than just from 3 today, which is very, very impressive. Yeah, I can't get that big because they have to fight inside the car. Exactly. Exactly. Powell for 3. That's off front iron. Worley with the rebound. Florida State up ahead. Oh, he's got to put that ball down. Yeah. 3 points for Florida State. That was a quick 3-pointer for Florida State. Lead 16. Oh, actually, okay. That Auburn Florida game was in Florida. That's weird. The original score had it reversed, which is why I thought Florida beat them at Auburn. Oh, another beautiful assist. Assist by Keels, points by Banchero. I mean, it's just clockwork right now. Banchero's finding himself, like putting himself in perfect position in the post, and his teammates are finding him. And it's just fantastic. Duke is going to be very happy with the assist number at the end of today. The assist to shots. Oh, and Paolo just misses the layup. He's going to get fouled. 6:17 left here as the decided to take a media timeout. Okay. Cool. Sure. Let's do that. And Gum's got 3. Fletcher's got 2. I think that was the yeah, that was the one I was missing. I might be missing a foul on one of the Duke players, but I don't think so. 1, 2, 2, 1, 3, 2. Nope, got it right. Yeah, Wendell with no fouls. Okay. The other crazy, so here's another crazy stat. Wendell has 6 steals. Wouldn't it be nuts if you had a double-double with steals and points? That'd be crazy. Still no, yeah, 7 assists for Moore, 7 assists for Keels, 5 for Roach. Hold on, that's 15. Quick math, 20, 22. 22 assists. That's insane. 22 assists on 28 made field goals. 70%? Maybe higher. It's close to 80. It's like 75. 22 out of 28? Yeah. 79. Holy moly. Willie Tate. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the sub on YouTube, by the way. Make sure, guys, if y'all need the game, jump into Discord. For subscribers, can jump into Discord there and grab the game itself. But thank you very much, Willie Tate. Thank you, and Andy Tate as well, and Taj, 3 subs today. Much appreciated. Yeah. And Jerome also hoping for the #1 seed. Yeah, we've been talking about the seeding a lot today. Still a lot in flux. I really don't know if we can call everything, like just call the seeds, today. They're not going to end up that way by the time we get to Selection Sunday, which, by the way, we will have a Selection Sunday show for sure. So we'll be doing that one live. And that'll be when we do the contest, the bracket contest. And anybody who's a sub can enter the bracket contest. And there'll be some cash prizes at the end of that. I've been wanting to do this for the last 3 years, and COVID has stopped us. So Willie Tate with a Go Duke down there in chat. Go Duke, indeed. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for hanging out. But yeah, Duke really does need the 1 seed. We've never won the tournament not as a 1 seed. So that would be not good history for us here going into Coach K's final season, or into Coach K's final season, as Paolo gets that shot. As long as we keep winning, we'll just play ourselves into the #1 seed. So still a little ways to go. 1 game at a time. Typically, what helps us make a case for that seeding, by the way, is wins against North Carolina, but they're so bad that even beating North Carolina doesn't help us. We just can't lose to them. Not that we will. Cleveland now for Florida State. Jump shot that hits the back rim, and it's off. It's a rebound for Griffin. Let's see a double-double in assists here. I bet you in the post-game comments, the first thing Kay's going to talk about is the assist numbers in team basketball, playing really together, because you've seen great examples of it throughout the entire game. And here's going to be possibly another one as Banchero goes for three. That's an air ball and doesn't reset the shot clock. But Mark Williams is on the weak side. Right place, right time. Williams has 10. Does that count as an assist technically? Missed shot? I guess he makes his own. I guess not. Unassisted bucket. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Blue Devils in double figures now. Williams joining that club on that two-pointer. Florida State now kind of stuck. And Mark deflects that one. Paolo with the rebound as Florida State's Fletcher tries to get the putback and can't. Cameron a little quiet right now because, I mean, it's a 22-point lead, and there's the backdoor cut! Oh, what a beautiful play! Wow. Oh my goodness. Keels to Wendell Moore. We're gonna watch that replay here when we get a pause. At the 4:45 mark. That was sensational. I mean, if you were at this game, you got treated tonight. What a just Duke with the dimes. Griffin gonna get called for a cheap foul there. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. The backdoor cut by Wendell Moore. Fantastic play. Florida State's got to inbound this one. They have 20 seconds to shoot. 4:10 to go here in the game. Duke by 24 points. So I guess Vegas was right. And Quincy Ballard with the easy lay-in. What game did I see Tyus Jones in person? Hold on. I don't know Tyus Jones. I'm trying to think if I saw them at one of the neutral site games. I may have just seen his brother. Now that I really think about it, it may have just been his brother, because I was in school when his brother was there, when Trey was there. Yeah, because Tyus only had one season, so I may have missed him actually. Now that I think about it, I may have missed him. Any case, all right, here we go. I mean, we've been talking about team basketball all night. I mean, here's the quintessential example of team basketball. Paolo's got the rebound here. Duke's just going to play a little slow for the time being, just trying to grind some clock out. As you see, 4:46 to go, 17 seconds. Wendell's going to set up here. Duke has this totally cleared out, by the way. Look at how much space there is to operate for Wendell over on this side of the court. There is just so much space over here. So much space. And then this is going to turn into easy. And he fakes right, and then he goes left, and it's just empty, right? Like all of Florida State, all the other Duke players are playing essentially at the 3-point line, and Keels is going to rifle this pass. Oh my goodness. And the better part of that too was that Wendell had the presence of mind to go underneath the bucket, use the basket as the shot protector, so his shot doesn't get blocked, and then it goes in for the reverse. I mean, this is just beautiful. It's just beautiful. This is really good. We've been playing some really good basketball today. I think every Duke fan should be really proud of this game right now, because it has just been it's been Duke basketball 101. Fantastic. Jerome saying that it'd be nice if Duke played in Philly or Indy. Yeah, Indy is really good for us for sure. We've won 2 titles there. We've also won 2 titles well, no, 3 titles in Minneapolis, right? And a Duke fan since 1973. Fantastic, man. Love having you around. Thank you very much for joining the stream. Welcome in. Love to have all the Duke fans here. It's just super exciting. Have I catched the Eternity documentaries? No, I need to go watch those, Tim. I need to go. Those are they're on ESPN Plus, right? I should be able to watch those without too much of an issue. Yeah, so usually the Appalases are very good to Duke. But I think this year it's in New Orleans, isn't it? Something like that. So, oh, it's on, yeah, ACC Network. Okay, yeah, yeah. I can definitely watch that. That's easy. Oh, speaking of, there. Oh, it's Mondays at 9. Okay. I'll have to like watch them on replay. Should be a good ACC tournament this season though. This is going to be Ha! North Carolina down at an 11 seed. You know what? I would just want them to get shut out. I really hope it works this way that North Carolina comes into that final game on the bubble. North Carolina enters the final game of the season on the bubble, has to go play at Duke, and we just smash them. Just absolute domination. Like winning by 20 plus, okay? And then they turn around the next week. They have to play on the first day of the ACC tournament, or like the second day of the ACC tournament or whatever, and they just get run out of the building. And then it's bye bye, see you in the NIT UNC. Enjoy that, Hubert Davis. Like, that would just be poetic. Coach K's final season, UNC, it goes to the NIT. Oh, man. John Butler there with an easy lane here. Duke just taking their foot off the gas just a little bit, but I really don't think it's possible to blow a 17-point lead with less than 3 minutes to go, but I've been wrong before about such things, so 5 seconds to shoot, and Moore gets fouled. Yes, gets fouled by Worley. That's actually his first. Decent game by Worley, by Florida State's Worley, actually. 15 points for him. Coach K, what a reaction by Coach K to the Wendell Moore turnover. That was fantastic. Fantastic. There you go. Wendell gets that one. That's 15 points. Chad, who are we thinking for player of the game, by the way? I mean, Paolo does end up, he's got 17 points right now. He did not have a very good first half, but he had a very good second. He was that foul trouble early. He got caught up in that foul trouble there. But like, Wendell's got 16, and he's got 7 assists. Keel's got another 7 assists with 13 points. Joey's got Joey had a fantastic game. He's got 12. Griffin's got 15. I mean, it's an all-around excellent by the Blue Devils today. As we have 2:10 to go here in the second. Oh, beautiful. Oh, Williams can't convert. That was going to be another assist by Wendell. Williams left him hanging. Yeah, Florida State now. Now it's a 15-point game. Now, if you were a betting person, you're a little worried about which way the spread's going to go. Will Tate saying Wendell for player of the game. It could be. Could be. You know, I wouldn't be upset about that. I think it's probably right as far as like overall contribution. High screen by Williams, and here's going to be Wendell over to Banchero. Oh, 3 misses. And the tap out is going to be controlled by Duke. Another 30 seconds coming off the clock. You have a weird story about North Carolina, personally. Nice. Jerome, hope all the former players from 91 and 92 show up. I gotta tell you, that final home game is going to be an expensive ticket. Oh, actually, they're just talking about the tickets right now. Look at this on Florida State. Apparently, look at these. Look at these, chat. The cheapest ticket today in Cameron was $900, up to $2K. UNC, the cheapest ticket is $3,000, up to 80. I don't know who's paying 80, but it better be a seat under the basket for if you're gonna pay 80. Like, you better not be in the upper bowl for 80K, or you better be right behind Coach K. Goodness. But I don't think the players are paying. The former players are paying. I think they're getting comped tickets. Roach. Mark Williams trying to recover it. No, and Florida State will step out of bounds. And Duke's going to recover this one. This will be the final little set of possessions. 80K is more expensive than the Super Bowl, by the way. Like, the Super Bowl tickets weren't even that expensive. Good Lord. Great Super Bowl game, by the way. It was quite befitting of the playoffs, I thought. Mark Williams up ahead to Joey. And Jalen Blake's now in the game, actually, for the Blue Devils. And Savvy. Savvy for 3! Oh, and he's got it! Savarino for 3 in front of the Duke bench, and he drills it! That was fantastic. What a way to end it. Rebound Duke, and that's going to be it. 18 points going to be the margin. There you go. The revenge game against Florida State. And Duke is going to take it by 18. And there you go. 13-3 in the ACC. 23-4 as part of the campaign, and 1 home game to go, which will be 2 weeks from today. 2 weeks from today to end the season against North Carolina. Oh, Timmy. Yeah, that's the... Well, there you go. See, that's why I'm sure the Duke players would have taken a picture with you. But yeah, UNC players, no. All right. That's going to be it. Game Kansas, West Virginia coming up after this one. But that is going to be it for us here today on the broadcast. A lot of fun, actually fun, very fun game. It was close. It was close for the majority of the first half. And then just Duke, those last 4 minutes of the first half, Duke pulling away, as we've done in the past, by the way. We've had very, very effective final 4 minutes and first 4 of the first half and first 4 minutes of the second half. We've done that effectively on the road. I think it was like Louisville. I think we did that too as well. And where we've really just seized control of the games. Anyway, it turns out to be a rather fantastic, great home win here for Duke, who finishes shooting 52% from the floor. And actually, Florida State shot 50% from the floor. And only made 4 less shots, but lost by 18. Duke making some of that up at the free throw line, 13 of 17. So that was pretty good. And Duke with the 3-pointers, 11 for 28 from deep. And it was looking bad for the 3-pointers in the first half. And actually, what was it? It was just pretty awful. It was, actually not terrible. 8 of 19. I thought it was worse than that. And we actually ended up going 3 of 9 here in the second. So does Duke have any more games left? Yes, we have game on Wednesday against Virginia at UVA. We'll be back live here on the stream to do that game. Make sure you click that sub button to get notified when we go live. Join us for the conversation and all the good times here with your fellow Blue Devil fans. That game's Wednesday. I think it's an 8 o'clock tip, East Coast. Then we go to Syracuse, followed up by Pittsburgh, and then the final game against North Carolina. So 4 games left on the slate here for this 2022 campaign. 3 on the road, and then after that will obviously be the ACC tournament, depending on how many games we actually have to play through that. So, but yeah, Duke shooting very well from 3, 40% there. Florida State actually shot 32% from 3. Teams against Duke have been shooting in the low 20s, so Florida State actually did a bit better than most teams have been doing of late. It was just... Yeah, 11 turnovers for both teams. Not awful, but the 26 assists on 32 made buckets, about, 80%, 75% of the buckets were assisted today. You saw that team basketball being played front to back, just everywhere. It was so nice. It was such a nice game to watch. It was such a nice game to watch from that standpoint. Just some beautiful team and Duke basketball. 8 assists for Keels to go along with his 13 points. So he's at least responsible for almost 30 points. Wendell Moore, similar. He's got 16 points with 7 assists to go with 5 rebounds and 6 steals. The Wendell Moore defense. Chat wanted to give player of the game to Wendell Moore. You probably, between the defense and the offense and the assists, a fantastic game for Moore, followed up by a nice one there by Keels. Banchero's going to finish with 17 after a very rough start in the first where he picked up 2 early fouls, but he's got 7. He was perfect from the free throw line, which is great to see. He also scoops up 8 rebounds to go with that and shoots 50% from the floor. Mark Williams, again, shooting 70% from the floor, 5 of 7. The only player in the country to be shooting 70% from the floor and the free throw line, by the way. So fantastic effort from him. And Joey Baker with a sensational performance, a 4 of 5 from beyond the arc, and really sparked that Duke run when we took control of the game under the 4 minutes there, in that 4-minute span there at the end of the first half. So AJ Griffin with 15 was also kind of getting a little overshadowed because he's a perfectly great game, but just everybody had really good games. And then Savvy at the end, drilling it from 3 in front of the Duke bench. All around a fantastic afternoon of basketball here for our Blue Devils. Thank you very much, everybody, for hanging out with me here this early evening on the broadcast. Again, make sure to hit that sub button. Thank you for Willie Tate, Andy Tate, and Taj23 for the subs during this stream. I will see you all back here on Wednesday. Ping me in Discord and talk to me about Duke basketball. Until then, so you can get your Duke basketball fix. I know I have plenty of fun keeping up with the team throughout the week, so carry on the conversation in our Discord. And otherwise, I will see you all back here on Wednesday evening. And until then, go Duke.